Fourth quarter.
This one right here. Go ahead.
The segment where we analyze and break down teams' decisions and play calling when it matters the most.
Okay, Gittin. What is it, brother?
We have Steph Curry. Was it a game-winning shot or?
No, it wasn't a game-winning shot, bro.
It was just that specific play they ran for him.
No, it was just so basically at the end of the game. All right. So let me just say what happened in that fourth quarter there real quick.
Okay.
Just kind of because we wanted to break down and talk about the play calling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that I want to point out is that those Warriors looked just like the Warriors that were 79-3. Like, okay, real quick. They lost with the they still don't have Klay Thompson, which is crazy, right?
It is.
But my thing is that, and I was saying this beforehand,
that's a
when
huge
you were like,
statement.
when you were like, hey, there's gonna be a long season for the Warriors. They just beat the Lakers on national television. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, what was happening was the Lakers were up, right? And it always seems like that whenever LeBron team. Let's just call it LeBron team. Whenever LeBron team comes out, they always kind of get ahead on these guys. But the threes just nick at the lead, and they nick at the lead, and they nick at the lead. And next thing you know, they're right there.
Yeah.
They're 5 points away. And then next thing you know, like another three takes it down to a 2-point game. Basically, it's a tie game because of fucking Steph Curry and just the way that the Warriors are just built and their system. And I feel like this is just a game where it's like, man, we need to buy in a little bit more to this Warriors thing where we just continue to pass and believe in one another. And because they continued to give the ball to Kelly Oubre Jr. throughout the whole entire game, and he had his best game that game, right? So even though he's been having a shitty season and there's, like, lack of hope in him in, like, number standpoint, they still continue to show that leadership and believe in one another, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the game, there was 2 pick and rolls, and that's what made it even feel even greater is that Draymond Green was being the playmaker, was being a scorer at the same time, and was setting screens for Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry was doing his Curry slide, doing the step back and hitting the three for the dagger, and that was dagger. But the two that set it up in the first place were pick and rolls by Draymond Green and Stephen Curry. So they were at the top of the key. Draymond Green went ahead and set a screen. They trapped Curry. Once they trapped Curry, dumped it down to Draymond. That was in the middle of the court. He has 3-4 different choices because it's a 4-on-3 situation right there. And then Draymond Green usually picks a playmaking type of situation and, you know, passes the ball to the best scorer in that situation. Right. But not this time. He actually beat LeBron, who was trying to help out in the end to stop the shot, but he was able to get the layup in. And on another time, it was like a quick jab step, like fake, and then he just gave up like the softest fucking like 2-point like little floater. So like the thing is that if Draymond Green continues to be aggressive, and I feel like he's like, okay, as much as Klay is important, and you've seen how important he was in the beginning of the season, and then as much as Steph is important, because of course it's Stephen Curry is the motor, and then you have Draymond Green though, who literally puts all those guys in their best spot and is the most unselfish guy and will like play defense and be that key player. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was just so cool watching that fourth quarter because it just gave me like just reminders of how that 73 and 9 team was, where it was always making the extra pass, always finding the best shot, and they fucking did that in the fourth quarter, and they were showing like resiliency throughout the whole entire thing because of course those threes they beat twos, dog.
Right. Wow. I didn't get a chance to watch the game actually. I watched the highlights of it, but I mean, there's nothing like actually watching like the whole game of it.
No, I get you. Like I did. So I watched like the half and then just kept going forward, and it was like cool to see like just that they continue to play very well and they continue to believe in one another. And again, Kelly Oubre, bro, like we were talking about him, and you were kind of spazzing on him, saying that he's not that.
I mean,
good.
I said he's a good player. We hold on.
I was like, he's not gonna shoot.
I had to honestly think about it, but I mean,
well, you said you believed in the beginning of the year it's gonna be a long season for the Warriors. You even tweeted about it.
I still kind of feel the same way, man. I still kind of, because let's say the Nets lose, right? Okay, they're still gonna be in the fucking playoffs. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that like it's a whole season. You know what I'm saying? You can't just base off this one time. And if you look at their team, they have enough shooting. They have enough. Okay. They have enough players that can get their own bucket. They have enough players that can defend very well. And They have depth as well. They also have rising stars that have potential, and of course, you have Steve Kerr and an organization that's going to give everything to the team.
All right.
They just bought a whole new fucking stadium, like they don't give a shit. They'll give you anything right there. So, badass organization, badass coach, badass mentors, and you see Draymond Green being a coach. I think that Draymond is showing to be like a really fucking great investment, even though his numbers aren't showing like, oh, you're that max player that we paid for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think he got max money like that, but I mean, Draymond's always kind of
for what he was qualified for.
Yeah, but Draymond's always kind of been a very important piece to the Warriors organization.
Right here, it says Curry even said it was kind of weird. It was like a blast from the past, 14-15, pick and roll at the top of the key, me and him. And that was a lot that happened, especially during that time. I don't think that was a 73-19, though. Maybe.
That was 2016, wasn't it?
I think that was like next year because 2014, 2015 sounds too.
Because 2014, the Spurs won. And then 2015, the Warriors won.
So then maybe it was that year. Because you know how it's offset years.
Oh, yeah.
Because it has that little thing.
You might be right.
But yeah, so another quote that he said, or what Kerr says, when we run that pick and roll this year especially, everybody's blitzing Steph and trapping him. Anytime Draymond can get the ball in the middle of the floor, it's a 4-on-3. And I think tonight was really the first night that he looked aggressive to attack the rim instead of to swing the ball on. So, yeah, again, like, he showed a different type of thing, like momentum, you know what I mean? And you know how Draymond Green is kind of like playoff Rondo? Playoff Draymond Green kind of goes off.
Yeah, because it's the 10 rebounds, it's the 10 assists, it's the 3 charges, Drew.
And he's randomly shooting.
Yeah, and he's ran with a backpack on. And it looks amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I'm telling you, man, these Warriors are looking good, man. And, like, not only just because they beat the Lakers, but they have a good amount of talent on that team to where they have to at least make the playoffs, or else, like, in my opinion, like, Steph Curry, come on, man, barring you gotta take these guys to the playoffs at least. 2-time MVP, not taking the team to the playoffs.
I still got him for dark horse, man. Let's hope he can get a third. I think he can.
It's possible. He's looking good right now, especially with the way that he popped off 63 points and shit.
Oh yeah, that was a good little stamp on it.